Dramani Mahama, John Ababio, John Kwame Nkrumah, Papa ne say, so all abeya juma this or sete Ghana, your justice system no kama. Kai say nan yi the former Chief Justice Gertrude Araba Seki Tokono Yayino. Currently, we are nominating Chief Justice Bafuboni. So Ome take over number the new friend Chief Justice for Ghana. Now, Oye no Kai say appointed 7 new other judges at the Supreme Court. Now, the next one, Dormaahene and other 21 judges. Dormaahene Mahama as you in as appeal court judges. And then Dormaahene, Imoya de who pay more Dormaahene say any Papa, any new position after about 28 years on the bench. John Dramani Mahama, John Ababio, John Kwame Nkrumah added Dormaahene plus 20 new judges. Or the more I go through appeals court level. They say the level was super. Now wait, ceremony nothing that John Dramani Mahama said we are digitizing the courts. So justice is no longer delayed or denied. Wait, I not also the 21 new appeals court judges, you know. Or say, when we say Ghana biggest problem, court to Baku, assemble Baku, Ubeko best 3 months. Now unko assembly ye. E be we na assemble na man for say first today. Near cancer go to be no. The no kra no be da no yen fan to na say. Or say ene or ye be digitalize Ghana. Your court system in kwan say obetuma to na fie am ye di assembly be kwan be fa so aye no. But according to John Dramani Mahama no, some manual things say no court ni nkwan aba nti. Case Bako, afeni ya fale, afeni ya yese, afeni ya yese. Ye ni na no. Eso e ba bete. Ama ni na no digital system nkwa ane di be operate code na mi so. Ye judge for bebre na ye BBC for born before computers. Mo ya sure say digitalization yi o metima adapt there. And as mo go for young guys in na mo be born because the benefit bebre na o ma no phone gra WhatsApp gra no kwede. Forget so go school mo tan na vi ni ho. The emranti ye I want time dey try trip. John Dramani Mahama say court process no bibia be kama ye be declare bibia enti emeye justice delay bia na be justice denied e be fast track judgment gwa odi case ko ya pra crime na solution aba be da.
The NDC 2024 manifesto commits us to reforms that will make justice more efficient and accessible to our people. The first is digitizing the courts so that adjournments and delays no longer frustrate ordinary citizens. The second is creating specialized divisions at the High Court and Court of Appeal to handle land disputes, commercial cases, and labor matters which too often drag on for many years. Introducing time-bound case management systems to ensure that justice delayed is no longer justice denied. Expanding legal and aid services to ensure that justice is not for the privileged or the wealthy, but the right of every Ghanaian. Strengthening judicial ethics and accountability so that misconduct and corruption find no place within our courts. These are not abstract promises, they are concrete steps that will make justice not only more credible, but also more hopeful. Let us remember that justice is not separate from development. Justice is the invisible infrastructure on which every economy, every community, and every democracy rests. Investors will not risk their capital where contracts can be overturned by bias and prejudice. Entrepreneurs will not thrive where land disputes trap them in endless litigation. Communities cannot live in peace where verdicts are held in doubt. And that is why the renewal of our courts is at the heart of our economic transformation.
Now, Dormaahene, where the Osajefo Obedura de Osajefo view. Obedura, His Lordship Justice Daniel Mensah, the Dormaahene Nana Ajimambadu II. Ebedu ne court did ya. Enye hono no ho de onye hini o. His Lordship That is how they were judge. Or better now, one sem so I can one sem at the one sem or in a 10 year in a 10 year in a 10 year the amount. In the other idea, papa, your friend, his lordship Justice Daniel Mensah. Now, and a good time of Koji, a friend is saying the instrument of office as a judge of the Court of Appeal. Koji Nadia Queen, come. No, you know, or Sajafo, I can't send the cry at the far. Choir position your friend is saying John Dormaahene Mahama. Ediamano, any other 20 other judges are. Or the Omoko appeals court no so say John Dormaahene Mahama can expectation or say masa. Bana wo bano we no nye party sem enye me judge mami favor lawyer we e me na me MP a friend is saying John Dormaahene Mahama na appointing me leader nti asem bia bana enkomo ndi sikura waka ma de bi. Osiga na ha manfo aboye kro no manfo di edwurim. You say maybe a quarter, Nekana, a cana. Yes, our appeals court in Modumani. Won't make sure, say, no crabby about that when you found a crown and two baby and a cranada. Into Munya naked, I'm for truth no, and for anchor home. Into no crown, my home now at the jar. No be who say, as some who can ye, as a appeals court judge no crown one or waka. G. Owe na kaja say ono ngasa no wo ye adwuma na che over 28 good years our bench na so tenya dia ordinary reputation ba be dia agro osa yo himpo mu a nti ono de eye kokko e fita tuntum demom no we very certain say ono ni the other 20 judges no omo let John Dormaahene Mahama the president of the land omo na ngwase de biara da.
Now the president has given you the charge. What responsibility lies ahead of you?
Oh, you know, he was candid with us about the expectations that the Ghanaian people expect of us. I have been on this job for 28 and a half years. So having been on the bench, we know how, we deal with cases. I mean, he has chastised us to ensure that cases do not delay, that we should ensure that justice is dispensed to all manner of people, no matter the background that they come from. So it's a huge responsibility, but I want to assure the public that we dare not fail. We ensure that we work together with His Lordship, the Chief Justice of the Republic of Ghana, as by law established. Together we all put our maximum effort to ensure that justice is dispensed to fair. Yes.
Yeah, pretty much so. I mean, ever since your nomination, there's been a lot of trends with respect to you as well, that now you have this appointment, it should be relieved to you. I don't know what that means. And I guess you've also been seeing the trends though. And many also say that the courts are being packed. What will be your response to people who say this to the appointing authority?
I'm not too sure about what you have seen in the trend. Except to say, if I use my case as an example, for the first 13 years in my life, I moved 2 places as a high court judge. For 15 years, I've been at one place. So to say somebody is packing the court, in fact, presently, until today, I was the high court judge I was representing the high court on the Judicial Council. So if you look at the order, I was the second. To say somebody is packing, to me, I think we've been there even for too long. It's not a matter of, packing the court, but I believe that each one of them, about 21 of us, have his own competencies, has his own, the strength that they come up with. So I wouldn't say, if you look at the number of cases and the backlog that we are all, saying that cases delay, then ostensibly there's a need for us to ensure that judges come on board at all the levels, Supreme Court, the Court of Appeal, the High Court, so that we can, hold on to ensure that the cases are, expedited with. So in a nutshell, I wouldn't say that the courts have been, once you have the necessary competence, once you've been there for some time and you have been elevated.
To suggest that you have close relations with the head of state, and also, you've had this appointment. Many say it is to say thank you to you. What's your response to that?
No, As for the appointment, normally the president appoint on the advice of the Judicial Council. I believe that if I was not competent, if I've not been there for long, if I don't have the competencies, I was telling you that if I'm not mistaken, out of 142 judges of the High Court, if I'm representing them as the senior most on the bench, it tells you probably I've even been overlooked, not me alone, and some of the others. So if he has come to see that we have the enough competence, we have the expertise, and he has appointed us, I don't think people should look at. I know him. If we were not, he was there for close to some number of years before he lost power 2016 and somebody took up. He could have appointed. Why he did not do that? So it means that this is the right time he has seen and he's doing it. So nobody should look at. I know him. If you look at all the colleagues who were appointed, they all have. Justin Dogu, who was first before me, he was appointed to the High Court 2006. Some of them have come and they have gone past him. What would you say about him? If it's not me, what would you? I have been a High Court judge since 2010. For 15 years. If I'm getting to me, it's good. I've been recognized.
Will you tone down?
Etiweni and Sema Dormaahene Nana Adjimambadu II, His Lordship Justice Daniel Mensah, editor Abra John Dramani Mahama, we instrument of office as a appeals court judge in Yebeje, or GBA na kasi Papa Medase, Yankubu Inshrao, na imomuna Jumana or the Maya now, the Okatina Kukumse, no cre, no pese daddy, or more Modi or Monsembano, Move na Mon Cancer, no Monfan no Crenon to be an Ocrano Eda, and no Pepe and a Musmaban Mayer. It is a Sia Mika said, Dormaahene, and yen a month for chocolate, a wish I secular castle pay, as we know in this man. And at the end there, so you know, and then Nukura said John Dramani Mahama, you know, as a appeals court judge, plus 20 others, I don't know any lady or more. At the same time, Dormaahene already make I say, Papa, Nana, a friend said John Dramani Mahama, I said, Dunketia, I will thank you to an air or me PMU, your friend is a Sunyane, our Sunyan Jubilee Park, now. Dormaahene opportunity as the House of Chief of the Oldboga region. Obeka said John Dramani Mahama, Papa say, won't to me there, Madame for Matisse Yatino. Minka saw Madame for Intimuniano debi, Maganambra, any Obia Ganamra say dino. Say Papa no and Panampaso we guilty. Ghana, Yamra, Yalono, any nini. Oyena ga say, President, I deba akwa and the 1 year be army papa. Yes, our national cathedral no. National Cathedral need them investigate. Say you're new. Say ye president. Say ye sofo. Say ye wanyo. The wafum, the word sika. The was squander sika wa hubiano. Esi eti sango fo ina etum. Eti papa no. Washa se to ayampia dada about how corrupt your system na etie. And washa se ma amanfo hu say so our opportunity to stand where there's justice. Justice no and no be go for. Onyo mo obetampa mercy with justice. Abro mi se boni wodi kan. Tema wodi boni no na uni regret. Enye echi wie ya yema punishment na ve no nya regret. Regret wunu, regret fun, regret time. Sa regret ne de mempa bi o mi wiase kura da. O ye boni no we hu. Uwie no wa hu se de me ye ne nye. O twema ya chi wie ya afa de ho asotwe ba no. Eho na wa sha se o manu me ho obua onu ho e che ne ya che wo nti Dormaahene say bibia be fine o che John Dramani Mahama boss say adwuma no only the 20 other judges are o me 21 judges e de o makwa appeals court no o me adwuma ama Ghana adinkunim enti Ghana adinkunim me say ya adinkunim we de Ghana adinkunim John Dramani Mahama eso be dinkunim na wey ana man for say Maxi Billian when we tie conspiracy theory offense a realist true teller can okura na kire aden what we shall say baby obobo free e mese monto oboase say medican makana several times I will naked truth on Oldboga trend say John Dramani Mahama I can play and you play for me Ghana for I am time follow press conferences and interviews in bisa nti I am twema end results na bands and am confused Dormaahene ka say opese or reset Ghana. One, any motor de buy na manfo nti reset na say. Two, onim say enema mienu ene ma ne di nkunim. Bre ne koma na de Ghana fo. Na sa bre ne kom no. Emu fando do na adi na mo wi ayisika so. But unfortunately, your history, your political history say any political party be na find it difficult. So we make any meaningful arrest. Now what daily or more no we involved with skadie no. Nti na encourage the new ones a mo che akunya no say oh any so betime di. Enti ono fa ne de na mo ye code of conduct de mo. Ano tell say away na mudi so. Owe no to aso ne ambassadors of fire no mo KPI, key performance index. Enti ne we ambassador out Ghana country bia represent Ghana. Ye wo de se odi gina so eye adwuma. So wanti ma anya ne se ye yuntem. And the MMCs, any MMDCs, Yamomo, KPI, I don't know what the Yajuma. It is the same, no. One follows are in a UF floor. The realness will be our government appointee be declaring assets. And I'm for just as we declare assets. Or more declare no gas, Mom, we are late, no 3 months salary pa, yantin from free salary. If we are automatically, so your government appointing Guardia 1 month salary and also the bar for the amani na ko Mahama kenimu. Enti owe no catch Ghana for say or person of building a new foundation for Ghana. A foundation that it will be difficult. Say a new president ba obetuma destroy no. Enti one or person onya a judge or a chief justice I be din say obegas nkikawe nkikawe e wona ho. No death or ye clean. Nipa bia nye clean 100% do. But say ni ethics, ni ethical conduct ni eye fine or ye fine. Ojina brane. Owie nu wie a yenim say the previous one na be din say maami get to Daraba say kitoko no na net so as a chief justice. Say the hu unanimous FC and then watch as a chief justice nkan one be say obi court bia na oye aligned to the MPP likely say nko be dibem. Ene oni ho a new chief justice ebe panel judges are on metana cases so. Was that the new 7 Supreme Court judges? As I got now. In the one, was I more profession name? How much as judges are bypass your Mosano and Odo Mabe County. Look, you have a friend is saying a job to do for the country Ghana. And a duty entina, yes, way when you need much what you say, but you're tremble because of political friend is saying favors in tea. This time around, forget about political favors. Brabe you must suggest a boy. I confirm the batch one. Inti say new Supreme Court judges 7, and then 21 appeals court judges. Yeah, they have a peso. IGP new one about Uko soldier side are the same thing. Ya retire the new ones. Edi aba. Inti and then where you oku side. Remonacha. A man, a hungry man is an angry man, and as a hungry man is an angry man. Papa no, they were doing before bino. Into what one chronom quadia about you. Yaw them level are no editor general under the MPP. A man another Kufado. I want to say, hey, oh, or the tea, Yaw senior minister Paua. Or any exercise proceed on leave. Also, say you board on a dash. Richard Japa. Ono na Kessler to force in case the finance minister. Ono na oni ambulance issue no. Ni mi enu na yamunya asem no. Ono say ono NI before a penny. In this one the way John the man Mahama say at na. Abed din say na ye chew na so belong to MPP a. E benya Maxi bia de ama ubekom ubedam. Ndi we no say they be institution is no say omo stronger and better. No munya independent friends institutional. Omeduma catch them say obi anya aduma operate freely without no interference. Onka bi onye bi. Ana owie na odin ho akwan egu kwan ho say ne ye be the big push aye kwan bebrebe. Ama Ghana for mo atom. See the nebe ebe stand still. Friends inflation ebe drop it. Inti sa nyema nkeka bom na no. We nyema John the man catch say or the Ghana echo back to factory reset. And you are resetting Ghana no, I build a foundation that you and I, so Obi, ebe take over lead as a president untimi say no the only thing say obetwa so nti adwuma no de emu eba ba ye de emu ba ye de pa but the good news is say Dormaahene Nana Ajimambadu the second only 20 other judges Mahama John Dramani Mahama assume in as appeals court judges. For comment no eto comment section I say how do you feel eyewode and I say eyewoya and the right appointment and who believe say we be boa my justice system no kweka adadi ama na ye ntente Mahama say your justice system so no e court digital nti be boa ma eyenya justice delay justice deny bia. For comment no to comment section as you are subscribe like it na shema onua so enye bi ehwe edi no e ba ko Maxi Billian our naked truth makra bye bye.